Hi, good evening. My name is Zamri Binjani. Further study in program Bachelor Human Resource Management at Open University Malaysia, and I am from Miri, Sarawak. Hi, good evening. In this video, I want to share tips on how to improve your pronunciation. Before that, speaking is a skill that needs to be developed and practiced independently of the grammar curriculum. Speaking entails not only knowing vocabulary and the grammar and pronouncing words and sentences properly, but also the interactive elements, namely the management of turn taking. The basic elements in speaking are pronunciation, articulation, stress, and intonation. Words and sentence correctly voiced have to get the intent message across. To a certain extent, pronunciation errors can inhibit successful communication. For example, if soup is pronounced as a soup in a restaurant, waiter and waitress can get confused. Generally, learner likes their pronunciation mistake brought to their attention even though they may not have difficulties in communicating. Okay, now I want to share tips on how to improve your pronunciation. Firstly, listen to English program or listen to music and sing along on the radio and television. In my previous post, I discussed the benefit of English music and song. Listening to the singers help you with the rhythm and the stress of the language. Listening again and marking the areas where the singer's pauses goes up and down or stresses specific words and syllables can also help you, especially if you then sings along several times. This day, there are also many karaoke sites that put the words on the screen along with the correct rhythm. Many singers who still many singers whose first language is not English have to record English songs and sounded wonderful. Try the music page to the listen to some of these international singers. For the second tips is learn to identify difficult sounds then practice. Make a list of words that you find it hard to pronounce. Analyze which specific sounds are making these words difficult. Don't worry too much about sound like TH and R or I. Do, however, focus on all your vowels, words ending in consonants that often gets confused such as P and D or K and H. Okay, for the third tips, learn intonation and stress. Words and sentence stress are important in English. In fact, it's, it's more likely for someone misunderstand you because of wrong words and sentence stress than because you are pronounce words incorrectly. Unlike other languages, they stress every syllable equally. Every English word has its own stress and intonation. As well, although many languages stress is words in a sentence in English only stress information words such as noun and verbs. All the little words like pronouns, articles, adjective and adverb become shortened and can sound completely different. Listen to English speakers and focus on the way they stress syllables and words in sentence. Pay attention to the way their voice goes up and down. The rise and the fall of your voice makes our speech clear and easy to understand. So instead of you listening to what people are saying, listen to how they are saying it. Try to imitate them and put a lot of your effort on working on stress and intonation. For the next tip is don't speak too fast. Many English learners think they need to speak quickly in order to sound fluent. This is not true. Fluency is about how comfortable you can speak English, not how fast. If you speak English too fast, you are likely to eat many of your syllables as well as use the wrong stress and intonation. This makes it very difficult for people to understand you. These days, many young people speak too fast, but does not mean you should imitate them. Even native speakers have trouble understanding them. Instead, remember that effective speakers don't speak quickly. They pause and put a lot of stress on their syllables. Also, try to speak up loudly enough to be clear and heard. Help your listener to absorb what you are saying instead of struggling to understand. If you have problem controlling your speech, try to pause more, especially between pairs and sentences. Use more stress to highlight the key words in your message. Use gesture to help slow you down. For the last tips on how to improve your pronunciation, I want to share is you can make a record on yourself when you're speaking. Most people don't like listening to the sound of their own voice, but recording your speech is an excellent way of learning about your trouble spot, not only with specific sound and words, but with stress, rhythm, and intonation. Once you share the parts that are incorrect or unclear, you can start working on improving them. You may find this uncomfortable at first, but you can improve unless you know where to start. Keep working with a recorder. This could be your cell phone or many other devices, including your computer. But don't give up just because you don't like the sound. Focus on practicing and improving. Keep the all recording so that you can compare and listen to your own improvement. Before I end my video tips on how to improve your pronunciation, here I want to remind and advise myself and others to make small practice on pronunciation. Practice as often as you can every day. Take a pronunciation class and practice outside of class. Focus on your own trouble spot. Find one or two pronunciation websites or programs online and use them regularly. Don't jump around from exercise to exercise. Focus on one problem at a time and really work at it. Develop a daily routine with a series of exercise. Then do some special activities such as shadow reading and listen and repeat when you have more time. Record yourself often. You can definitely improve your pronunciation if you want to, but you must do the work. There is no magic. Only practice will help you improve. So be patient with yourself. Don't expect miracle. Expect gradual improvement and accept that it will come if you try. Okay, thank you everyone.